Good morning. It is a beautiful day, nice and rainy day here in Lamarck, Texas. If you're watching on social media, smash the share button. Let me know what you got going on. If you're going back and listening on a podcasting service, thank you. Call a friend, text a friend, tell them how to listen to this stream. We're going to be sharing some positivity this morning. I'm hanging out with my friend Lauren from the Texas City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce. I have April Jones, Miss April Jones here in studio, going to be talking about Ebony and Ivory Salon and also Queen's Attic Boutique. We did a Shine on Lamarck there. It went great, and you can actually go and see that now if you want to today, just on KHEA Radio's videos. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. It's 10:10 a.m. on a nice and wet, rainy day. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy. I'm hanging out in studio with Miss April Jones, and I got Lauren here from the Texas City Lamarck Chamber. How y'all doing today?
Good. Just trying to share this while we're on here.
I appreciate that.
Good stuff.
Make that a note to everybody every day. If you're watching on the internet and you are in earshot of my voice, share this however you are listening, watching. Text a friend, tell them turn your radio to 99.5 FM. They're going to be talking about some really cool stuff that's going on in our community.
Absolutely.
And we can all get involved. So the Texas City Lamarck Chamber is right down the street. Queen's Attic Boutique is right down the street. You guys are super close. Mm-hmm. But the weather's nasty.
Oh, yes, yeah, for sure.
It is.
How was the drive?
I almost got in a wreck, actually, on the way here.
Did you?
Yeah, there's a guy who was in the turning lane, and then he tried to jump across 2 lanes to actually go turn the opposite way. So,
yeah.
You know.
Do you slam on your horn? Are you the person that's like...
So I always politely put my hand on it just to see if they're going to make a move.
Yeah.
But he was definitely going to hit me, so I didn't slam it on, but I beeped it.
Did you give it the pop?
Like a little warning. Like, hey.
Yeah.
There's a big van right next to you. So.
That's my style, too. Yeah. I'm just like the kind of on the pop.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, April? Did you have a safe trip over?
I did. I had a few little minor, had to blow my horn a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, my God. I was on the phone with my sister. I guess I shouldn't have been. And I was like, what are these people doing this morning?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's ugly outside. Let's drive safe.
Yeah, that happened to me on 45 this morning. Mm-hmm. Somebody was going to try and take that Texas City exit. I'm heading south on 45, and I could not see. It's foggy outside. It's rainy. And somebody's like, I need this exit. And I was like, I don't. Like, why are you going to pull in right in front of me? Give me some space.
Yeah.
So, I get over and I just look over, and I'm not going to do anything, but I was like, I just want to see who this person is. Do I know them? Okay, no, I don't. Y'all be safe out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
if you knew them, were you going to call them out?
Yes. No, I wouldn't. The windows are tinted anyways. It's so dark outside. Can't see anything with all the rain. I'm just like, yes, there is a person. All I can see is like a silhouette.
Right.
So April, can you share the name of your businesses, where you're located, and what do you have to offer?
Absolutely. My first business is Ebony and Ivory Salon, which has been around for a very, very long time. I had to reinvent myself. I decided to open up Queen's Attic Boutique back in 2009. Actually, last year, we celebrated 10 years of being at the location that I'm at right now, which was mind-blowing for me. I did not realize it had been 10 years, girl. So, yes, we're right here in Lamarck. It's 15029 Delaney Road, Lamarck, Texas. Mm-hmm. So, come through. I am online, www.queensatticboutique.com. I'm really looking forward to the future. I would love to share some of my visions with some of the younger women that's coming down the line. I made a bunch of mistakes, getting to where I am now, but I thank God for that because, without him, nothing's possible anyway. But, come through, pull up.
Yeah.
It's a great place. We do a lot of different things. Like it's like a melting pot at at my salon and my boutique. We have stylists that transition women from short to long. We make custom units for women. We support women that's going through hair loss and cancer. We hate to say that word, but although you're going through that dark area in your life, we can make it bright for you. When you want to just change your look and feel better about yourself. And not to mention you can go and find, a fun, cute outfit for whatever occasion you're looking for. Mm-hmm. I don't have everything, but I have a little bit of everything to offer as far as, women changing their looks and, just empowering them in all kind of ways. And another thing about my salon, when you go in, we don't have time for things that don't matter. And what I mean by that, the word messy. We just want to empower you. We have great subjects. I'm trying to encourage the ladies that's in the salon now to come aboard with the chamber, because they all are individual contracting. You know, they have their own names of their business, and I just want to see them get to the next level. You know, you got to build your own house up before you can build somebody else's house up. So that's another thing. So I have a lot of things in store I want to do for 2020, almost too much. Sometimes I have to ask the Lord, okay, I need to be still a little bit.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So here's a comment. This is from Norma Tobar. Norma Tobar Pennington. She said, OMG, April, I went to school with her. Please say hello to me. Say hello
Hi.
to her for me and give her lots of hugs.
Hi, Norma.
Where'd you go to school?
Texas City High.
So you're from the area here.
I am born and raised.
Yeah. So you know, before we went on air, Lauren was mentioning that you have given back by speaking to, you know, I think we said
Young professionals.
young professionals. And you were sharing earlier just how you like to share, you know, to that next generation and just be able to give back. Why is that important to you, and what kind of information can you give them?
It's important to me because a lot of, you know, I can just speak for myself, what I went through. A lot of people just wasn't knowledgeable to share the information that I needed to grow to the next level. So a lot of it for me was trial and error. So if it's a young lady that's, you know, going to school to be a cosmetologist or even wanting to open up a business, I can tell them some of the loopholes and some of the, you know, some ditches not to go crawl yourself in.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it teamwork helps better when it helps better than a one person show. You have to have a team to build an empire. And so that's my advice to them. If you're trying to accomplish something, go out and get as much information as you can. I can speak from the heart. I didn't do it because I didn't know to do it. Although, you know, growing up, my father was a politician, Sonny James, Judge Sonny James. My daddy was the same way. We were just kind of, you know, go get it, tell us what to do, go get it, and that's exactly what we done. And with, you know, the younger generation, there's so much information out here. You know, a lot of people want to use social media for whatever, you know, that don't matter. I like to use my social media platform for business, you know, to empower people, to tell them things that they may not be knowledgeable of. And so I feel like sharing information helps me too. It really do.
Yeah. You know, I like using my social media for a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Things that don't matter and for business.
Well, you have to do that.
Yeah. Something that I found out, and actually I believe it was Chef Mary Bass told me this sometimes you have to put up stuff that is like not business related. You have to sprinkle it in both, because if it is, then sometimes people will pass you up. But because I used to be a very private person, like I wouldn't put up anything about anything. And then I was like, you know, it's okay to open up that part of my life, you know, if you know, just if you're comfortable with it. And so I became comfortable with it. And that was a really cool little nugget of wisdom that Mary had shared with me, which I thought was cool.
Well, and another side of that, though, is even though you're posting about your business, people do want to know you on a personal level so you can create that business relationship. So.
Yeah. Who am I working with?
Yeah, for sure.
I agree. So, Lauren, I know y'all have like the young professionals and some other stuff going on. So y'all had brought April to come share?
So we just had our first Young Professionals lunch of 2020. And we brought on April Jones with her boutique and salon. We brought on Sam Navarro, who works in the industrial field. And then we also brought on Dr. Jillian, who works for, well, she also says that people call her Dr. Gilligan just because of how her name's spelled. But she works for Houston Methodist. And she does sports medicine there. And it's kind of nice when you have younger people speaking to younger career professionals. So they're more relatable. And they haven't forgotten what our young professionals are going through right now. You know, whether it's career advancement, their first real job, you know, out of college and all that kind of stuff. And it was really cool to see all different aspects of career fields and what everybody had to go through to get to where they are. And they're all leaders in their profession, you know, and they're all heavily involved in the community. It was super inspiring because all three stories were very different. But you could see, you know, I heard lots of applause, and it was much more fun to hear y'all speak because there's definitely some laughing and like relatable stuff rather than, you know, sometimes when when you listen to a wiser person, they forget that you can just kind of chill and have fun with the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do y'all do those? And where was that one at?
That one was at the Chamber.
Okay.
So we do all of our luncheons at the Chamber. And so we do Stories of Success once a year. And, we make it big. It's probably my favorite lunch that we do, just because, you get really inspired at those lunches and really motivated. Everybody left,
we make it big.
Yeah. My favorite lunch, it depends on like what kind of meat.
Put your volume down.
What kind of meat and barbecue that there is there. Like if Texas Pit Stop is catering it or something, then it's like, okay, this is my favorite lunch today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I had yesterday for lunch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so now I already ate my lunch today. Like this morning,
I was about to. I stopped at Whataburger. I am not lying. And when Lauren called, she was like, "You're on your way?" I totally marked my book off for Thursday morning. And I was like, "Oh my God. Okay, how do I look?"
Yeah.
I went and read in the mirror. I had my hair in 2 ponytails. I pulled it down. I was like, "Oh my God.
I'm good to go."
I'm good to go.
But that's the whole thing. Like her and then our other board member, because she's on the board at the Chamber. And then our other board member, Georgia, they're always like, I'm not ready for a meeting, or I'm not ready for, KHEA radio. And every time they show up, it's like, if that's your casual look, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. So if you're watching on Facebook, then you have the opportunity to see Lauren's legs and body. What do you got going on? Can you explain to the people who cannot see you right now?
Okay, so I am operating on almost no sleep for the past 2 days, just with sick people in the house, and I just can't. I'm not able to get quality sleep, so I had to channel my inner superhero. So that's why I'm wearing Wonder Woman tights.
Yes,
I love them.
So that I can power through the day.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. It's very cool.
A little inspiration.
She don't do coffee, I guess.
Yeah.
I do, but unfortunately, it's just not enough right now.
Understand completely.
Wow. So my daughter, she's 3. She just turned 3, and she slept through the night for in her own bed for 2 nights in a row. So I want to thank you for sacrificing your own sleep just for my sanity.
I put off my good sleep energy and passed it on to her. So
I'll pass it back.
Yeah.
I'll pass it back. I feel great today.
Wonderful. I'm so happy for you.
You look great.
Thank you.
So happy for you.
Yeah. So April, you're on the board of the Chamber?
Yes.
What does that entail?
Well, I have to show up at every meeting. I think that's important.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning a lot about the city. I'm, some doors that were closed for me, they're opening up. Mm-hmm. It's just great. And it's just great being around people that's making a difference in our community. I would have never known the things that's going on unless I was on the board. Mm-hmm. So it's a great thing. If you're thinking about it, don't hesitate any longer. Just do it. And that's my advice. Just do it. That's the only way you can kick down some walls that you're afraid of. Like, for instance, me speaking. Oh, my God. If she only know I didn't have any sleep from thinking about, okay, am I going to sound stupid? What do I need to say? I have so much to my life journey. What am I going to do? Mm-hmm. But you know what? That was a fear wall that I had to kick down. And I'm sure a lot of people pass up a lot of great opportunities just because they scared. Mm-hmm. And it was scary, but I knew that it was something that I wanted to do. I knew when she called and asked me to speak, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And I said, what did I just say?
Yeah.
Well, it's great because when you're a member of a chamber, just, the basic thing about being a member of a chamber is connection, mm-hmm. Whether it's connection to your community, connection to other business owners or community leaders. It's great as far as, we advocate for our businesses and our communities. But if you want to take it a step further and get even more involved, more exposure, there's committees that we have, whether it's young professional, women in business, but then you also have event committees. Shrimp Boil is a huge Texas City community event, and then Bayou Fest is a huge Lamarck community event. And that's something that you can be a part of, more connections. But then there's also board of directors. Mm-hmm. And being a board of director, it's 3 years. You meet once a month, but you meet with other leaders. You figure out what's going on and get updated on everything. And you take a huge role in the chamber and, operations and all that kind of stuff. So
that's cool.
Yeah, there's different ways to get involved in the chamber, and you can go as far as you want to get the connections and all that kind of stuff.
April, you mentioned that you said yes before you even fully grasped what you were getting. Is that something you learned in business, like an opportunity? Like you just say yes, figure it out?
Oh, yes, most definitely. I don't know if I got a chance to tell the story when I was telling my success story about Queen's Attic.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with that was I worked in like a little box, basically my own little salon. You know how they have the little studio suites.
Mm-hmm.
And one day management came to me because the boutique was closing down, and she just asked me, April, would you like to own this boutique? And my first thing I said was yes. I went for it. I went home. I told my husband about it, and he asked me, was I crazy? I had 2 kids in college. Like, we literally were paying 3 different rents, really 5, because when you think about your home mortgage and then your kids in college, they have rent. Of course, the 2 kids did not want to live together.
Yeah.
I had
same college? They're going to the same college?
Yes. Yeah, my kids are rotten.
Yeah.
So, I had that, and then I had the salon, and I had I was taking on the boutique. He was like, April, how are you going to do this? But you know what? I just pushed through it because it was something that I really, really wanted to do. I admired. Do you remember Lowe's Fashions in Texas City?
Yes.
I loved that lady. I mean, when I was growing up, I would always go in there. I literally asked her to work for free. And she was like, sweetie, I couldn't dare let you work in here for free.
Yeah.
But she would let me come around and hang around, and I always admired that, and I was just inspired by her because she's really the only boutique I just went in, and I bought my prom dress from there, my Valentine's dress from there. So yes, I just had to do it, and once I did it, it was fun, and it went from an $800 dream to thousands of dollars. So yes, if it's something that you want to do, don't be scared, just do it. You just have to do it. Yeah. Failure is success, right?
Well, and not only that, what Sam had touched on in the lunch that we had is, a mentor doesn't really have an age. A lot of people think mentors have to be much older than you.
Right.
He had touched on that he has a mentor. He's 37, and one of his mentors is, I think, 34, 35. When you're taking huge steps, whether it's business or relationships or anything, there's other people that you can reach out for help and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid to do it.
Yeah. Whenever you own a business, I think it's very important to ask for help. A lot of times, just the way a guy, like I'm speaking as a guy, it's like, I don't want to ask for help. I'll figure it out myself. Or I'm not going to look at the directions, how to build this bicycle.
Do you stop for directions if you get lost?
Yeah, looking at the map. I'll let Siri tell me where to go. Like that kind of was a game changer before. It's like, I don't need a map. We know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But, being a woman in business, like would you say it's probably easier from what you've seen as opposed to guys like just like, oh yeah, we'll reach out and work together or ask for help?
So actually, that's what we focus on in our women in business group is community over competition. A lot of women feel it is a little bit harder for women in general. Thankfully, it's 2020 and things are getting better, more progressive, but it is a little bit harder in business in general. And then you see another woman being successful, and we need to change that mindset to lift them up and partner with them rather than feel intimidated because you've worked so hard to get where you are, and now you're intimidated or feel competitive against somebody else. And so that's what it can be easy for women to ask for help, but that's after you build that relationship with somebody that you can confide in. So yeah, I think it's a little tough for both men and women, just on different sides of things.
April, being in business right here in Lamarck, have you dealt with, I'm going to say, people being jealous or competition, even if it's your own, or people being jealous towards you, or just making it better?
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? I think most businesses deal with jealousy, or somebody want to copycat exactly what you're doing. And don't get me wrong, copycatting is okay without jealousy. People do it all the time to reinvent themselves. And it's funny that you said what you said just a minute ago. My sister and we were talking this morning, and she said 2020 is her year. I say, okay, so what are you doing? Because I like to hear, what are you doing? And she was saying, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to work on time. I'm going to take more classes. I'm going to try to reinvent the wheel of what I'm doing. And I said, that's great. I said, and it took somebody that wanted to invest in you, because she said some of the stylists around her salon, because she works in a suite too in League City or Friendswood. And I said, they seen you struggling. She was turning around clients because she wasn't comfortable with doing Caucasian hair. And I said, they invested in you. I say, so that means you have to invest in someone. So if you're knowledgeable or something and you can share it, it's okay. It's okay. And yes, I have dealt with lots of jealousy. Some people don't even realize that they're jealous. I dealt with it. Some challenges were harder than others. Some hurt. Some hit me in the gut. But at the end of the day, I had to keep pushing. And the only way I could keep pushing was God just pushed me through it. It was times I had to literally look in the mirror and say, will you please release this from me? Because I don't want to be this person that I'm thinking about. I don't want to do something crazy. And like the Bible says, you cannot be quick to anger, because if you do, you're going to mess up something really, really bad. So, yeah, you deal with it and you just learn how to grow spiritually and keep it moving.
And then you also never know when you may, we talk about like burning bridges. Like you never know. You may be able to work together in the future.
Absolutely.
Or where the roads will lead you.
There's a lot of times where I've come in contact with other chamber members who, learned so much from so-and-so, haven't seen them in 10 years, and then got reconnected because they're in the same industry. And, it's exactly, you never know, because that where you are now, that person may be a potential business connection, whether it's sales or operations or anything like that.
Or just a good word.
Or a good word.
Needing a
exactly.
good word in.
And,
absolutely.
Yeah, they're friends with somebody. There's an opportunity. Hey, what do you think about this person?
Exactly.
They're the worst.
Of course.
Or they're awesome.
Exactly.
It just depends.
Well, and then isn't it they're saying, was it copying is the biggest form of flattery?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah,
and I've seen that a lot.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot.
Yeah. So, Lauren, you were talking about women in business. Is there any upcoming events for that?
So our next Women in Business is, there's so many dates. I think it's the 18th or 20th, whatever. It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. And those aren't at the chamber, or are they sometimes at the chamber?
So they switch off. So
okay.
We have 4 of them at the chamber for sure, and they're actually sponsored by UTMB Health. So this next one's at the chamber, and we actually have a wonderful doctor from UTMB Health coming and speaking on heart health, because heart disease is actually the number one, silent killer of a lot of women, to be completely honest. And so, Go Red Month is February, and I know that you've talked to a bunch of people about that. And so, yeah, we're going to have a great conversation about that. Women in business, not only do we talk about business education and connections and everything, but, you still need to keep yourself healthy. And there's a lot of things that women face health-wise, and business can affect your health, and health can affect your business. And, so it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
All right.
Yeah,
and that'll be coming up soon. But where can they find that calendar?
So everything can be found either on our Facebook, and that's TCLM Chamber. We post it on Instagram regularly, and then on our website, tclmchamber.com.
I'm locked out of the KHEA Instagram. I upgraded my phone not too long ago, and now I'm having some issues. And I was like, I don't want to reset the password. I know what the password is. I don't want to reset it because, man.
Or online where where you keep on entering the wrong password. And
yes.
Shoots, and then you have to reset it, and then it shoots back.
You can't use the same password. I know. It's like, this is exactly what I was putting in.
Yeah,
it's the same password as everything else. I have it written down somewhere, but yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah,
it happens.
It is.
Right now it's 10:33. This is KHEARadio.com 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. I'm Gardy. I'm hanging out with April and Lauren, talking about the Texas Lamarck Chamber, talking about Ebony and Ivory Salon and Queen's Attic Boutique right here in Lamarck. April, you said you had been in this location since 2009 right here off Delaney?
Yeah, well, actually, Queen's Attic was, kick-started in 2009, but 2010 is when I came aboard. So it's been 10 years officially. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are some things that you have, I guess, learned about being a business, specifically in Galveston County and Lamarck, and during that time?
Jealousy did kick in, but we got past that because we know that's going to happen. But what I loved the most was the support I got from the community. I really did get a lot of, although I had the other things going on, I got a lot of community support. And, I'm going to take this opportunity to just say thank you so much. People coming in that I hadn't seen in a long time. That's the good thing about, your hometown. People remember you when you don't remember you. Yeah, that's crazy sometimes. But yeah, I would just say, hey, don't be afraid. Just do it.
Shout out to Lamarck Economic Development too, Colleen and Alex.
Yes.
They really help. They really help people. That's for sure.
They really do.
Yeah, they're really great.
They do a great job on that.
We went and shot 2 Shine on Lamarck's. So there's a new thing that we're wording in now for this season, and it makes it a lot wordier. So
Not wordier.
it's a lot more words, and so I'm like, you want me to say what? So I'm gonna switch this camera. So we went and shot with the Animal Alliance in Lamarck yesterday, and then we went and shot. I don't know. We've shot like 4 in the past 2 weeks, which is it's been great.
Busy.
We're trying to catch up, but now it's like this is Shine on Lamarck, brought to you by the Economic Development Corporation. So that's like what the end has to say, and I love it. I love having to say it. I need to get used to saying it. So shout out to the EDC.
Yeah, I have to. So I do say EDC, and then some people, just don't get that right off the back. So I have to practice on saying it longer and slower, because otherwise it doesn't come out right.
CDC, shout out to the EDC. Yeah. We did one with Market on 3, a Shine on Lamarck, and it dropped I think yesterday or the day before, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we love working with promoting it, because the chamber doesn't have anything to do with it, but we do promote the members who attended and put it together. So, the Lions Club and Greg with Snow King and Colleen and the EDC and the rest of City of Lamarck promote it really well, and it's a cool little thing to have in Lamarck.
It is, yeah, and we have room for more stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. So if anybody's looking for a business,
yes,
contact Colleen and Alex so they can get you in.
April, if you could start another business or add to the one that you currently have, is there anything in the works that you're brainstorming, or it would be a good fit, or it could be something totally different?
Yes, I am brainstorming.
Yes.
So what I would like to do is to start a mentorship. I would love to start a mentorship up where I could help inspire young ladies that want to inspire to do something with themselves, no matter what it is. So that's another thing. Like, I want to start my own sister circle.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That's cool.
And you can come and interview us.
I can do that.
Yes.
Well, it's cool because we work with Higher Up Texas, and I'm waiting for somebody to say that they want to either own a business or do something in fashion, because I really want to put them together with you.
You know what I want?
Awesome.
And I've talked about this with my wife. They need and maybe some places do this, but I've seen them other places where they have just like blowout salons. When I found that was a thing, like people literally will go to a salon and they only like wash your hair, blow dry it, and fix it, and then they.
Is that what you need often?
Yes, every day. No, but I found out that there's a lot of people that use that service, so they don't have to do it themselves because somebody else does it better because they're a professional. And I feel like we need one. We need one.
Yeah, we actually.
If you add that, you can have that. Whoever wants it, somebody do it.
We have one in Texas City, but you need to do one in Lamarck.
Where is it?
Add it to your salon.
Okay.
Total Technique does it, because I am guilty of going in there once in a while. They have blowout services. Like, you go in, my hair takes quite some time to do, so I'll run in there and they do it in 15 minutes.
See?
Yeah, it's
legit.
Awesome.
Legit. But
that means your schedule would have to be open, so it would have to be just one day, or maybe a couple of days.
Well, with cell phones these days, you can text somebody like, "Hey, it's my lunch break.
Come on in. Can you squeeze me in?
Can you squeeze me in?"
Yeah. But do they cut hair there too?
Yeah, they do. They do everything. So it's not a blow dry salon, because I've seen those where it's literally
that's
just
what
a
I want.
styling salon.
No haircuts.
Yeah.
No haircuts. Only like washing and fixing your hair. That's it. Nobody's getting their hair cut in this place.
It's definitely a necessity.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
Especially in Houston, where the weather is so terrible.
Yeah. Or like today. It's just nasty outside.
I need to stop by your salon, because I went and bought, like 2 hairpiece things.
Oh, yeah. You did.
See.
I saw your pic. Did you see April? Did you see her post on social media?
No.
Yeah, well, because with thick
I'm
curly
pulling one
hair,
up.
It's horrible.
Y'all talk for a second. I'm going to go find this photo.
Yeah, so I need to stop by. I need to get some hair help.
What inspired you?
Crazy. The fact that I have to come on KHEA radio and talk to a lot of people, and I'm supposed to look at least decent.
Exactly.
So that I don't have to distract people with Wonder Woman tights. So.
Well, those are awesome.
On my work clothes.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Especially if you're a woman in business, you have to make sure that you look presentable all the time. And sometimes fake hair can help you.
I'm scrolling.
So
and we call it commercial hair.
Commercial hair.
Oh, that's so much better.
Because usually it's like real hair.
It is. Yeah.
My
mind
mind
from a donor.
Yeah, my mind was blown when I went to the little place that I went to and was educated. I was like a child in school. It was awesome.
Okay, here we go. I think this is one.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Love it.
So let me switch this camera. So you bought two?
You don't need to advertise that on.
It looks good. It looks good. It really do.
Yeah. So
what do y'all think?
That's so that no. But yeah, so that I don't have to straighten my hair. You know, because
you look so happy.
I was so excited.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
You look so happy.
You can be whoever you want to be.
The struggle is real when it comes to women's hair, man.
It really, yeah.
Yeah, we need that blowout salon.
Yes, we do.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, let me mention this. We're going to be having a wig party, and last year we did it. It was,
okay.
How did we put it? Wig, wine, and wings, or wings, wine, and wig, but we called it a party.
And there's wings. Okay.
Yes. And
I'm bringing mine. Lauren, I need to borrow one.
Yes, that's good.
Let's go.
So what we did, we just made a bunch of different units. Like, you bought a unit. We made them up. We custom make them.
Well, so mine was a tester. That was not custom. So I'll have to come to this party.
Ours are custom made. We hand stitch them. You know, we customize them to whatever you want. So this gives you the chance. Like, I never wore my hair short. So, now I have a unit that I can put on and I can have that short and sassy look. So it's a lot of people that used to just get hair extensions.
Yeah.
But now the trend is the hair units. So
well, and extensions, I mean, they still look super great, but I know that there's some damage issues with that.
Oh yeah.
So
like attaching it?
Yeah, and all that stuff. So whenever I walked into this wig shop, my mind was blown. I was like, oh my gosh. It was
I can be whoever I want to be.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Depending on how you're feeling that day.
Yeah, for sure. You
don't need to wear the Wonder Woman.
The
or you can
different
combine.
chamber looks. Oh,
you can have like a Wonder Woman wig with the leggings.
Oh man, that's a great idea.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you sell contacts also? I'm gonna get those blue ones.
No.
Hey, so when we were asking about the new business, so the women's circle, is that what you called it? Mm-hmm. A women's circle. That's a really cool idea.
Sister circle.
Sister circle.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. So Lauren, the chamber, you'll always have a ton of stuff going on. We've talked about women in business. We've talked about young professionals.
Yep.
What other opportunities are there?
So we have Chamber U this month.
Okay.
It is next week. And so we are actually partnering up with Falcon Tail Marketing, and they are going over the essentials of social media marketing.
Okay, so what is Chamber U? That stands for university, if I guess?
It's short for Chamber University, and it helps business leaders and business owners, no matter what size your business is.
Mm-hmm.
You come in for the cost of a lunch, basically, and learn social media marketing, SEO marketing, time management, employee law, business canvas model. We're also going to bring in possibly public speaker,
Yeah, cool.
coaching on public speaking and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, we're actually thinking about doing a sales thing also.
Okay.
So teaching people on
how to do sales?
like she had pointed out, your elevator pitch, or how to approach somebody without being a used car salesman, not knocking on used car salesmen.
They're the best.
Yeah, they're the best.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually the friendliest, and they are definitely fearless when it comes to speaking.
Yeah.
But, stuff like that.
Or the True Lawn guys. Have you ever had them call you?
No.
Like the ones? Like, I was really busy, and I saw like a local number call me, and I was like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm actually on the phone, and I was doing something, and I was like, I really have to go. He's like, but this is really important. I said, I understand that. Thank you. I appreciate your call. Thank you.
But, I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Yes.
Right.
So Chamber U, is it all month long? Was it one day?
So Chamber U is one day, and we do it every other month.
Every other month.
Because we know that people are busy.
Yes.
So we try to just hit on the essential things, and it's just a lunch period, 11:30 to 1.
Okay, that's cool.
And you can find that on, again, social media, our website. You can always give us a call. If you stop by the chamber, I have made plenty of brochures and flyers for everything, so that you can just kind of tack it on your refrigerator and kind of remember to
on it.
Yeah.
She is on it.
Yeah. For you as a business owner, how important is that marketing is? I mean, even like from 10 years ago, whenever you were getting in with Queen's Attic Boutique, marketing's changed.
Oh yes, it has. I spent a lot of money doing a lot of different things like newspaper ads, magazine ads, and the deal breaker was social media.
Mm-hmm.
It was the deal breaker. Matter of fact, I used to use this modeling agency to model my clothes. But the thing about it, everybody does not look like a model. So one day, me and my assistant, Cheryl Stoker, we were sitting there, nothing to do. People really don't know I'm there, besides the people that know that I do hair. And I said, let me put this dress on, and I'm just going to take a picture of me outside. And I posted it on my social media because I had about 4,000 or 5,000 followers, and it was game-changing for me.
Yeah.
So if you're not using your social media platform, you need to start using it and use it all the time.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was game-changing for me.
And I think people would honestly rather see somebody they know or like, I saw you in the picture, and then they walk in your store. It makes, that's a connection automatically.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I recognize you from somewhere. Oh, my goodness. That's the dress I want.
And I have been in the mall. I was on the ship. I wasn't able to be at the festival. And I seen so many people in things they had bought from Queens Attic because, it was Galveston County.
Yep.
A lot of Galvestonians was on the ship. And I was like, wow, this thing it's really growing,
What ship is this?
The Dream.
Okay.
I went on a
cruise.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that Carnival?
Yes, the Super Bowl cruise. Well, they called it the Super Bowl cruise.
So did you just
that
get
is
off a
good.
cruise
I did.
this Super Bowl?
Uh-huh.
How was it?
It was fantastic. I needed a vacation after that because I
Yeah.
was so exhausted. It was
Yeah.
something to do every single second.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need a vacation from the vacation.
Oh, man, yes.
Exactly.
I needed to recover.
Yeah. Well,
Big
that's
time.
cool.
Yeah.
The Dream. I like that name. So they aired the Super Bowl there, like on the
They
big thing
did.
outside or something?
Yes, everywhere,
Was there like a big pool TV and everything that you could show?
Yes,
That
it
sounds
was.
Mhm.
It was. It was a lot of different events that the guy that we went through, his name is Frank Davis, I believe. He's awesome. He put a package together. So he had 70s night. He had Scarlet night. We had, of course, the Super Bowl. So we all wore jerseys of our favorite teams. It was fun.
The 49ers?
Who is your favorite team?
Texans.
That is your favorite team,
Yeah,
isn't it?
49ers is
You're from California.
I have a 49ers Snuggie in the chamber office.
And your Wonder Woman tights are
Yeah.
49ers colors too, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make fun of me.
Yeah, how did that work?
Well, 'cause when it's cold, sometimes it gets cold.
I
and,
love
You know, I put on my Snuggie.
The 49ers
yeah,
Snuggie.
the 49ers Snuggie.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So right now it's 10:47. This is KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. And Colleen Merritt with the City of Lamarck EDC, Economic Development
hey.
Corporation. This is Shine on Lamarck, brought to you by the Economic Development Corporation. Tuned in. She said, good morning, friends. So good morning to you,
Good
Colleen.
morning.
Good morning.
We were talking about you and Alex and the cool things that the EDC and
Yeah, for
Lamarck
sure.
is doing earlier.
Mhm.
So we
Definitely.
appreciate you.
And Art of Coffee is finally about to open up. I'm so
It
excited
is.
about that.
Yeah, I'm
Love
going to
that.
be there. Like, I'm just driving by every morning, kind of like banging on the door.
Where
seeing-
is that located at?
Mhm.
It's right next door to. It's in the Renaissance District.
Mm-hmm.
It's right next door to City Hall, Economic Development, all that kind of stuff. So it's right there. You'll see it. It's awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, the EDC, and if you're going like towards Highway 3, the EDC is on the left. You just look to the right. There's a strip, and it's like brand new.
Yeah.
It's brand new, and they got the sign right
Super
there.
nice.
I went in the other day, and they hadn't painted the mural yet, but I've seen pictures of it. It looks legit, but it's so nice. It is super nice. I'm excited because they're going to do open mic, and so I'm going to go sing a song
Oh,
for everybody.
awesome.
Oh, let us know. Yes.
We'll bring the whole chamber.
Yes, I'll make up a song about the chamber. We can do an open mic. Yeah.
Okay.
We
That'd be
can
fun.
put it on loop in the office so when people enter.
Okay, I like that.
That'd
I
be
like that.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then we'll
fun.
get tired of it and turn it down. But, you know.
Yeah, it'll play like halfway through. Like, okay, that's enough. And then we turn it down.
We
Turn
get
it
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, April. If you could, if anybody's considering joining the chamber, would you recommend that to them? And I guess why? Just from you being, on the board and just speaking at events and being a member now.
I absolutely would recommend it because it's just a door that can be opened that you couldn't get through, So yes, the chamber has so much information. I had no idea when they said, when they offered me to be on the board, I was like, I was on the board at Amico,
Yeah.
and I don't think I made a big difference there. And my thing was, I want to learn something. I want to be able to take something away from this that I can share with, at least with my own group of people.
Mhm.
So yes, I would highly recommend the chamber just because it's just a melting pot of information. So yes.
All right.
Yes.
So how can somebody join? How do they look into that?
So they can either, if you're ready to join already, you can go to TCLMchamber.com and you can sign up online, or you can give me a call at the office, or you can email me, Lauren at TexasCityChamber.com. And we can set up a meeting and go over potential goals and what you want out of a membership and make a plan for it. So that's what we're all about.
Yeah, and the cool thing that I learned is that there's like there's a membership across the board, and then it just depends on how big you are. If you have so many employees, and then it's just like flat.
So, and that's the whole thing. Our membership is based off employees. It's not a tiered membership. So you have a smaller, I guess a lot of people like the word cheaper, base membership. And then you can decide to sponsor or volunteer or however you want to do that, to attend different events and be seen and that kind of stuff. There's different ways for visibility of yourself and company. So
yeah. And they had the Havana Nights thing the other day.
I missed that.
The banquet.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. My wife and I attended, and just being able to see everybody in the community is just there. Even if I didn't get a chance to talk to them, it's like they're on the other side of the room. Hey, I know that person.
Right.
Just like waving. And it was just a lot of fun. It was a fun time.
Yeah, we had a ton of fun. The Dave Caceres band was awesome.
They're legit.
They really got some of our members early too, dancing on the dance floor. So, it was still in the middle of dinner, and we're like, everybody's dancing already? Awesome. So yeah, it was good.
Cool. So what else do y'all have coming up?
So we have the state luncheon for cities and counties coming up, where we're going to have, some really great people talking about what's going on in our cities and counties. Then we have Industrial Trade Show coming up, which is a huge thing. So get a hold of Jessica at the Chamber.
I saw that shared.
Yes.
That looks really cool. Can I go? I'm not in the industrial trade.
I mean, you can. It's great for your business as far as.
What if I'm covering it?
Yeah,
I just go like
press.
Yeah,
press pass. We got you. But no, of course. Duh. But
use your resources.
Exactly.
That's
use
what the chamber is
your
about.
chamber connection.
Yeah.
So Industrial Trade Show is huge. It's really, really great as far as, industrial networking and business to business networking. So get a hold of Jessica at the chamber. She's heading that. And it's filling up super fast. It always sells out. We're always trying to figure out how to make sure everybody can get in a little bit more. But, the Doyle Center is huge, but it's only so big. So it's selling out fast. And, we have a lot of things coming up. So it's a lot of fun.
I saw somebody commented on y'all's post on social media. I was like, is this open to the public? And they're like, no, it's only, peer-to-peer for them to network. And that's when I was like, I will get in there, hopefully.
I mean, technically, yes, but it's not an exhibit per se.
Right.
It is a business event. So it's for people, it's a networking business event. So it's for people to make those connections.
When is the legislative luncheon? Are y'all having one?
We are having one, but
it's not scheduled yet, or can't release the info?
It is scheduled, and it is on our public website calendar.
Okay.
So if you want to go to TCLMchamber.com.
Can I speak?
Yeah, you can cover it.
Okay.
Press pass. Press pass.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
I can work with that. I'll work with that.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have everything is, thankfully, especially Jessica and Jenny and the other gals at the chamber, they're really good we schedule things ahead of time.
Yes.
So everything's scheduled, but I think that's a little further off.
I have one of my friends on Facebook. Her name is Yvette McGill, and she said, "April, give me a call. I'm interested in joining the chamber." Yvette, you would be great too.
What does she do?
She's an author now.
Okay,
I know
cool.
she have a couple of books that's out. Okay. She went through the whole thing, and if I can briefly say, she went through the whole thing of struggling with her hair. She cut it all off. She decided to take the units off and everything to just embrace what is going on, and her story is just really, really good. So I think you would do great, girl. I put you out there already.
There you go.
So Lauren, we got one.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Hey, so this is funny, but Jessica answered, and I tagged her, like, kind of joking. I just put
thanks,
@Jessica. I just put @Jessica just because I thought it was funny, and I was like, nobody's going to see that. But she said the legislative luncheon is November 18th. I'm marking my calendar.
November 18th.
I'm speaking.
You have plenty of time to plan for it.
I'm planning my speech now.
Nice.
Do like I did. Walk through your house and just say it.
Yeah. So,
plenty of time to plan for
is there anything else that you'd like to share, April? Remind people how to get a hold of you?
Yes. Of course, I have several pages And I'm sorry if I don't respond all the time. It's just a whole lot. But anyway, I have Queen's Attic Boutique page. I have Ebony and Ivory page. That's on Facebook. And also I have the same pages on Instagram. And you can simply give us a call. My phone number at the salon and boutique is 409-655-5758. And again, we're located right here in Lamarck, Texas. That's 15029 Delaney Road. And I think that's all.
Yeah, and you can just stop in as well, right?
You can always just stop in. Of course, I have a website too. That's www.queensaticboutique.com.
All right.
And if you really need to get a hold of her, I'll take you over there.
Yeah.
Yes, Lauren is so great.
We'll just go stop by.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go drive to the chamber and like, Lauren, I need to go to Queen's Attic, and then I'll just follow you in my car and you'll lead me.
Lauren be on it.
Yes.
She is on it.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes. Lauren, is there anything else that you would like to share or remind people about the chamber?
Well, I mean, and if you're thinking about joining the chamber, you don't necessarily have to be a chamber member to attend a lot of events.
Mm-hmm.
You can always try it out and see if it's a good fit for you. And again, I can always meet with you or talk to you over the phone. And, the whole thing is as much as, not as much, we do love our members. And as much as we love growing our family, we want to make sure it's a good fit for everybody.
Right.
Especially if you're going to be spending your money and investing in the community that way. We want to make sure that you get as much out of it as possible.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you all for hanging out today.
For sure.
I appreciate y'all coming in.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks. I could eat my Whataburger.
This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. All right, Facebook. Hey, y'all feel free to share this out. Let me know what you got going on or send me a text 346-704-1806.